This video explains how to construct an equilateral triangle in the program Geometry Sketchpad using the angle measurement tool, which is almost the same as a protractor, and the segment length tool, which is almost the same as a ruler. And the equilateral triangle that we have to construct is an equilateral triangle with a side length of 10.5 centimeters. To start, we're going to select the segment tool, which is the fourth button down, and we're going to construct any segment. Since we need to have our side length measuring 10.5 centimeters, we actually need to measure it. So we're going to go to Measure Length, and we found out that our length is 10.91, so we're actually pretty close. So let's try to shrink it to get it to 10.5, and we did. Next, we need to create a 60-degree angle. So I'm going to select the point tool, which is the second button down, and I'm going to create a random point somewhere off of my line. Then I'm going to highlight this one point and one of my endpoints, doesn't matter which one I pick, and I'm going to go to Construct a Line. Now we can measure our angle that we've created here, and in order to do so, you're going to highlight the 3 points that create our angle, with the second point being our vertex A. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to go to A, my vertex, and then B, which is my other endpoint, and I'm going to go to Measure Angle. And we have that this angle is 63.5 degrees. So let me actually make it smaller so that it's 60 degrees by clicking on the point and dragging it. And that's as close as I'm going to get to 60. 60.01 is pretty close. Now the main characteristic of an equilateral triangle is that all angles will be 60 degrees. So let's try to make another angle with our other endpoint B. So again, I'm going to select another point that's off of my segment. I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to connect it with B, and I'm going to do Construct Line again. And then this time we're going to measure this new angle that we created just as before. So again, highlight the 3 points with B being in the middle, and go to Measure Angle. And this angle right now is 37.11, and I want to make it so that it's 60 degrees. So I'm going to have to stretch it outward. Okay, and that's very, very, very close to the 60 degrees again. So we're at 60.01 for both of those, and again, that's as close to 60 as we can get. So now that we have the two 60-degree angles, we can join the point of intersection of these two lines, which is right here, and create our triangle. So I'm going to actually click on the intersection point, and notice the two lines are highlighted in red, and then I'm going to connect it with B, and then I'm also going to connect it with A. And then if I select the extra lines and extra points that are not contained in my triangle, I'm going to click on them and then go to Display, Hide Objects. And then what I'll do is I'll also name this extra point. It ends up being E. And we can actually measure the lengths of all of our segments to make sure. We already did AB. So let's do the other two, and then go to Measure Length, and they're actually all 10.5 centimeters. So we did construct an equilateral triangle. I hope that you found this video helpful, and I hope that you have a great day.